Yes. Yes. Morning all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 20 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 10 plus years of experience in Python environment. My experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django based applications. Well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, CP, right? Yes. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yes, Vijay, it's clear.
Fine, thank you. Yeah. As part of today's demo, I'll be covering the following topics. For general queries, I'll be giving time for you at the end of the session. Right? So why Python? Already we have got many other programming languages. Why again Python? That too, Python is not a kind of technology which is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989. Why all of a sudden Python has got great boom? And reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Who can learn Python? One of the prerequisites for learning Python, right? There are no prerequisites for learning Python. Anyone can update with Python. Python statements look like normal English statements, and the two not very less coding we see in Python as compared with other programming languages. Not even one-fourth coding, not even one-fourth coding as compared with other programming languages. How Python was built by taking the features and advantages from multiple other programming languages. How Python was built by taking the features and advantages from multiple other programming languages. And what kind of applications we have? Python real-time applications. What kind of applications we can develop today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? Python usage. Who are using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. Python features as compared with other programming languages. Yeah, Python comparison with other programming languages, coding wise, length wise, complexity wise, you can check how simple the Python statements. Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Reasons why it is suddenly super popular. And the current job market of Python and the scope of Python in the coming years, right? Yes. This is what I'll be discussing in today's and tomorrow's session, right? Yes. Yeah. Just a second. Starting with why Python, right? Yes. Python is, I define Python in 5 lines. I define Python in 5 lines. It is a general purpose programming. It is a general purpose programming, right? It has got multi-programming features. It has got multi-programming features. high level language, interpreted language, user friendly programming language, right? So, what do you mean by general purpose? Just discussing one by one. So, general purpose programming. Python is a general purpose programming. Before Python, there were some programming languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL. These programming languages we call it as purpose-based languages. Purpose-based languages. These languages are called as purpose-based languages. Pascal, Pascal, used for complicated mathematical applications, Fortran for scientific applications, COBOL for business applications. COBOL used for business applications. They are used for a particular purpose. These languages are used for a particular purpose, one for mathematical applications, one for scientific applications, one for business applications. They're used for a particular purpose. That's why we call them as purpose-based languages. But a language, but a language which is suitable for developing any kind of applications, such a language we call it as general purpose programming language. So Python is such a kind of programming where any kind of applications we can develop today. Any kind of applications we can develop today, right? Like automation applications, web applications, gaming applications, animation applications, networking applications, embedded applications, desktop applications. In this wide varieties of applications you can develop today by using Python. It is not for a particular purpose. It's not for purpose based. Any kind of applications can be developed. That's why we call it as general purpose programming. We call it as general purpose programming. Multi-programming features. Python has got multiple programming features. What all the features we see in Python? What all the features we see in different other programming languages? All the features we see here in Python. All the features we see in Python, right? Yes. It's a high-level language. Python is a high-level language. So there are two types of languages. Two types of languages. Low-level languages, high-level languages. Low-level languages like assembly level languages. These assembly level languages are this machine level language. We say assembly level language or machine level language. These are not human understandable. Firstly, they are not human understandable. Secondly, first, they are not human understandable. They are not a portable. They're not portable means they cannot be carried from one system to another system. They cannot be carried from one system to another system, right? Yes. They're not human understandable. They are not portable. Yes. Machine dependent. Machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardwares and all the operating systems. They are not human understandable. They are not portable, machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. High level language is like Python, right? They are human understandable. They are human understandable. They are portable. Machine independent. Machine independent. It's human understandable. It's portable and machine independent. Means human understandable means the Python statements. Python statements look like normal English statements. They're not as complex as other programmings, and also portable. Portable means yes, the code can be carried from one system to another system, and machine independent. Yes, it's portable, get carried from one system to, and machine independent, can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Interpreted language. Interpreted language means line by line execution, right? Here also we see two categories of languages here. Compilation, interpretation. Example of compilation, C language. Interpretation, Python. Compilation like C language, interpretation like Python. So difference, right? So here if you have got some lines of code, if you have got some 20 lines of code or 30 lines of code, right? This entire code executes at once. It executes at once and displays any errors if it has got. It executes the entire code at once and displays the errors if it has got. But Python, if you've got some lines of code, it won't execute the entire code at once. Statement by statement, it executes. Statement by statement, interpretation, line by line, execution, which makes debugging easy. Okay, line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statement. Yes. So Python is a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications we can develop. It has got multi-programming features. It's a high-level language, easily understandable, it's portable, machine independent. It's an interpreted language, line by line execution, right? User friendly or programmer friendly programming language. Yes. What multiple programming features Python has got, right? Yes. Python has got procedural oriented programming features like C language, object oriented programming features like C++, Java, right? Object-oriented programming features like C++ and Java. It has got scripting features, scripting features, and it has got modular programming features like Modular 3. Procedural-oriented programming features like C language, object-oriented programming like C++, Java, scripting features like shell script, modular programming features like Modular 3. So just like C language, we can develop applications like C++, we can develop applications like Java, you can develop applications, scripting features like shell script, modular programming like Modular 3, modular programming like Modular 3, right? Yes. Okay. Because of this multiple programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. Because of this multiple programming features, we are calling Python as a hybrid language. Right. So two major programming languages which are used for enterprise applications creations, Python and Java. But Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use object-oriented programming only. But Java programmers or developers, they can make use of only object-oriented programming. Without object-oriented programming, they cannot write a single Java program or application. But but for Python, without object-oriented, with procedural-oriented, with modular programming, we can develop different varieties of applications and scripting. Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of and modular programming features. Python has got a great boom today because of this modular programming features. Because of its modular programming features, right? Yes. 89,300 89,300 inbuilt modules. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different environments. Whatever environment you are from, Python has got a module. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different environments. Whatever environment you are from, right? Python is providing module for each and every environment, right? Yes. More on these modules, right? Whatever environment you are from, domain you are from, right? Python is providing a module. For example, if you are from data science, right? Background, Python is providing modules, separate modules for it. Python has got separate modules. Big data. If you're from big data environment, Python has got separate modules. If you're from networking background, whatever background you are from, right, Python is providing separate modules. For data science, like 10 to 15 modules Python is providing, right? Like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, CP, Scikit-learn, right? Yes. Similarly, for big data, like PySpark, for networking environment, not only modules, separate framework Python is providing, right? And for testing or for test cases, Python has got modules for each and every environment. That's why Python is mostly used today for implementing different domains of different high-end technologies. For operating system, the name of the model itself is OS. OS. For each and every database. For each and every database, right? Python is providing a module. If Python wants to connect with the Oracle database, a separate module like cx underscore Oracle. Python to connect with a module, right? Python to connect with Oracle, we require a module. Means it's very simple connecting to any database. Python to connect with any database, it's very simple. Just the module and the connecting details, username and password, that's enough. Not like other programming languages. And also for Python to connect with any other database like MySQL, we require PyMySQL. And Python to connect with SQL Server, PyODBC. Python to connect with Oracle, cx underscore Oracle, Python to connect with MySQL, PyMySQL, Python to connect with SQL Server. We require a model like PyODBC. Not only with the databases, any file format, right? Or any kind of files like Excel file. If I want to create an Excel workbook, right, Python, but I will write a Python code, just 2-3 lines of Python code, right? Execute a Python workbook, a Python file will be created, right? With whatever name you have given, with whatever location we have specified, right? Not only Excel files, any types of files, right? Like CSV, comma separated value file. The name of the module itself is CSV. For JSON, connecting with JSON file format, JavaScript object notation, JSON files, and for XML files, for PDF files, any types of files we can generate today by using Python. Just by writing Python code and executing it, a PDF file can be generated. We can read data from this, we can write data into this. And for mathematical operations, we have got math module. For statistical operations, and for generating graphs, any types of graphs we can generate today by using Python. Any types of graphs we can generate today by using Python, like normal graph, bar graphs, histogram, scatter plots, stack plots, pie graph, right? Any types of graphs. Just with very simple generating graphs in Python, just with 2-3 lines of code, a graph can be generated. In the tomorrow session, just I'll be briefing you some couple of examples of snippets of Python, how simple the Python statements, and also how simple generating graphs, right? Yes. Yeah. What kind of applications we can develop today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? Python real-time applications. Whenever you update with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications we are developing today by using Python. Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? It's mostly used in creation of web applications. Python mostly used in creation of web applications. You may ask from the last 20-25 years, right? Java, .NET are mostly preferred in developing web applications. Why again Python, right? Yes. Python has got a framework like Django. Python has got a framework like Django. Using this Django framework, at a rapid speed, you can develop web applications with very less coding, with simple syntaxes, right? So it has got its own database like SQLite 3. It has got its own application server. Many flexible features provided by this Django. At a rapid speed, you can develop web application, right? And one more, Python mostly used in creation of automation applications. Mostly used in creation of automation applications using technologies like data science, using technologies like IoT, using technologies like DevOps, right? Yes. IoT, it is a physical network or device. It is a physical network or device embedded with software, sensors, electronics for exchanging data, for collecting data, and controlling the things from the place where you are, right? So in a simple way, right? Electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. Here, 90% of the coding is written, scripts are written in Python. Talk about this data science. So here everything deals with the data. Data has got experience, data has got a future reference using data or data science. We perform data analysis, data predictions, data classification, data clustering, data recommendation, right? Yes. The blend of technique. Data science is a blend of technique. The main technique what we see here, right? ML, machine learning, right? ML, machine learning. We have got many ML techniques, machine learning techniques like regression, classification, clustering, recommendations, pattern matching. For all the techniques to implement, you require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming for implementing this machine learning, deep learning, AI kind of activities, right? Even Python is one of the best scripting language. So even DevOps environment using Python today, writing many automation scripts using Python. As I was saying, Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries. And one more major area like a big data, right, where Python is mostly used, means today if you see huge volumes of data, like you should have seen KBs of data, MBs of data, GBs of data, or terabytes. But beyond that, today data is getting generated, right? Data has reached petabytes. 1 petabyte equal to 1024 TBs. Already 1 TB is a large storage unit, but 1 petabyte equal to 1024 TBs. So for this huge data storage and for huge data processing, we have got some big data technologies, right? Like if you heard about Hadoop, Spark, especially Spark, very high speed processing technology for processing huge data at quick time. So the Spark implemented using Python, we call it as PySpark. PySpark. Here also Python is used for implementing, right? Apart from this, it's also used for scientific applications. For that, Python is providing a separate like CP, scientific Python, numerical analysis, right? Yes, numerical analysis like NumPy, numerical analysis like NumPy. Graphical user interface are for animations. Graphical user interface are for animations. Like for that we have got PyQt, TKinter are the examples of it. And for gaming or for game development, right? For game development, a lot of games are getting developed by using Python. Single user, multi-user online games, especially for developing games in Python. Python providing a separate framework like Pygame. Not only Pygame, separate one more framework Python providing for developing games like PyCara and for 3D rendering, for 3D games or for 3D rendering libraries like PySoy. Python has got PySoy for 3D games for developing. And apart from this, Python is used for scheduling tasks, and for testing or test cases, and for software development. For software development, software developers make use of Python as a support language, and business applications. Python is one of the best choice in developing e-commerce website. And for database applications. Database applications. Python can connect with any database. Python can connect with any database. Python can connect with any database, right? Like Oracle, MySQL, DB2, SQL Server, right? For web scraping data from different websites, harvesting data or extracting data from different websites. Like we have got separate models for this. URL lib, BS4, right? Yes. Even for networking applications, right? Even for networking applications for network programming, Python providing a separate framework like Twisted Python. For network applications and network programming, Python has provided a separate framework. Okay. Apart from this, Python is also used not only for computer applications, for electronics or civil environment also. Python is providing modules for CAD or 3D CAD applications, for embedded applications. The most famous embedded application, right? Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. For audio video applications, lot of audio and video applications are developed today by using Python. Computer vision, like face detection, color detection, object detection, right? Many projects are implemented using Python. For data analysis, for robotics, for desktop applications, single user applications, console applications, right? Yes. Python is in this way we have got many applications for Python. So these are some of those, right? Where Python is mostly used. It's not general purpose. It's not for a purpose based, and it's general purpose with any kind of applications we can create using Python. Hmm. Who are using Python today? Who are using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. Topmost applications built using Python. First, Google. Google is one of the best example for Python web application. Google web crawling is first written in Java. It was too difficult. It was rewritten in Python. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Facebook, Instagram built using Python. The prime reason for Instagram to choose Python practicality and its hybrid features. NASA using Python for its research and development activities. The yes, Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and ML machine learning and other applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Dropbox. These are all developed using Python. The popular OTT like Netflix using Python for security automation and for subscription related things, right? MMOG, massively multiplayer online games, which uses Python, right? Maya, a powerful 3D animation, which uses Python script. iRobot for military and commercial operations. BitTorrent using Python. And for hardware testing, right? Companies like uh, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all these they are using Python for hardware testing purpose. For hardware testing purpose, right? Yes. So in this way, there are many applications, right, built using Python. So if you can check in this Google also, right? Yes. Applications developed using Python. So Pinterest, YouTube, Reddit, Dropbox, Instagram, Spotify, Uber, audio applications, Facebook, blockchain applications, desktop applications, CAD applications, command line applications, discuss mobile applications, artificial intelligence, right? So in this way, in different areas like Python is preferred. From the discussion what we had till now, right? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Yes. So, reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Very most of the programmers or developers are attracted towards Python. They're migrating towards Python because of its very less coding. And secondly, simple syntax is given by Python. Interactive mode given by Python. Interactive mode means for each and every statement, Python gives response. For each and every statement you type, Python gives response for each and every statement. This kind of interaction you are not able to see in other programming languages. For example, at the bottom search panel, typing CMD. Typing CM. Python is a enter. Just type Python here. You will get the Python version 3.13 and this interpreter, right? Can you see this Python? Any valid Python statements you can type and you can interact here, right? I'm asking Python what is 3 plus 5? What is 23 into 42? X is 10, Y is 4. What is X? What is Y? What is X plus Y? What is X minus Y? X into Y. X by Y. X into 2. 10 square. X equal to hello. X into 3. Prints hello for 3 times. X into 5. Prints hello for 5 times. Very less coding, simple syntaxes, interactive mode, right? Multi-programming features. Multi-programming features. Wide varieties of applications. Many built-in libraries. Many built-in libraries. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different environments, right? So in this way, these are the reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Very less coding, not even one-fourth coding as compared with other programmings. Simple syntaxes, interactive mode, multi-programming features, wide varieties of applications, many built-in libraries, like thousands of modules. Mm. Now, just to check it, just I'll take 2 minutes time. So just check it in this Google, right? By popular coding language. So Python stands first. Python stands number one ranked programming language today. So for popular coding language, if you say right, yes. Python stands as the number one ranked programming, right? Check this. Most popular programming language. Most popular programming language. Python stands first. So Python stands first. Next comes Java and JavaScript. Python remains the most popular programming language. Diversified number of applications creations. Python remains first, ranking wise. Top 10 programming languages. Python, Java, the other things, right? Emerging programming languages by popularity. Python stands first, next comes Java, JavaScript, and other things, right? Yes. Ranking wise, you can say Python is the number one ranked programming. Next comes Java, C++, JavaScript. What programming languages should you learn? Python, JavaScript, these things. Ranking wise, Python, Java, JavaScript, these things, right? Yes. This Python is the number one ranked. Next comes Java, JavaScript, other things. Even if you see the mostly used programming, the ranking wise, Python stands number one ranked. Next comes the other programming languages. See the usage of Python in the Python is the mostly used. Can you see this graph? Big circle. Python with 31%, Java 19%, C++. Right. And if you see ranking by average salary, ranking by volume of job openings, Python stands first in the ranking by average salary, ranking by volume of job openings, right? Python stands first. You see these Python jobs, right? Python's lakhs of jobs for Python. I can see this Python developer jobs. You know, see like 1,88,516 Python openings, 1,88,516 Python openings. Not only like Python jobs, right? Even if you got knowledge on this, if you update with the Python framework like Django, you can also search for Django jobs, right? People might be knowing Python, but People who knows this Python Django, right? Very few people, right? Very less and less people have got command on this, right? Just check with this Django jobs. Thousands of jobs, right? Thousands of jobs for this 29,339 the Django job vacancies, right? And if you check this, right, the course content for this, what I'm going to discuss as part of this, just 2 minutes, I take. Python basics, history, applications, features of Python, advantages of Python, versions of Python, installations of Python, flavors, Python operations, Python modes of execution, interactive mode, batch mode, a Python editors and IDEs, Python data types, Python constants, Python variables, comments in Python, in print or output or print function, input function, type conversion, type and ID functions, comments in Python, escape sequences in Python, strings in Python, string indexes and slicing, operators in Python, arithmetic, comparison, logical, these are IDEs, integrated development environments, right? What are the different Python IDEs? Like different working with different IDEs like PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, VS Code. I'll be showing you on different IDEs, right? How to work on different IDEs, flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, collections in Python, lists, tuples, tuple operations, sets, set operations, dictionaries, functions, different types of functions, arguments type, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, right? Passing collections, local and global variables, like lambda functions, filter function, map function, reduce functions, modules in Python. What is a module? Different types of module, setting path, the import statement, normal import, from import, reloading a module, renaming a module, package in Python, errors and exceptions, file handling in Python, right? Object-oriented programming concepts in brief, regular expressions, database connectivity, installation of one database, Python data and time module, operating system module, advanced concepts like iterators, generators, closures, decorators, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, graphical programming, Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to this data science, pandas module in brief, NumPy module in brief, and matplotlib. Especially these three modules, pandas, NumPy, matplotlib, the important modules of Python, libraries of Python. You can check with other training sites as compared with other trainings. This matplotlib in brief, NumPy in brief, and matplotlib in brief. If you see, just on these three modules, lot of jobs are available. Pandas, NumPy, and matplotlib jobs you can check. Pandas 40,325 pandas jobs. Lakhs of jobs for NumPy. 1,73,194 NumPy job vacancies, right? Apart from this, right, people who wants to go for Python full stack. So this 30 topics in brief for Python core and advanced, and people who go for full stack, Python full stack, right? Django framework in brief, web frameworks, Django installations, project creations, the application creations, views, templates, admin, models, advanced concepts, and nearly 15 applications will be developing here. And UI technologies, HTML in brief, CSS in brief, JavaScript in brief, and MySQL database, right? Yes. Yes. You see, like mm, Python Core advanced nearly 70 hours, 60 to 70 hours I'll be spending to around 2.5 months it takes. 5,000 is the course fee for it. It's an offer batch. Apart from this Python, people who wants to go for Python full stack. Apart from Python Core and Advanced, you'll be given knowledge on this UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, the Django framework with around 15 applications you'll be developing. One more framework I'll be discussing for this batch, Flask framework and MySQL database and project. Topics from 2 to 6 also, right? It takes 70 hours, around 2 months. 7,000 is the course fee for it. Python 70 hours, framework 70 hours, totally 140 hours. 2 months for this Python, 2 months for this frameworks, totally 4 months. 5 plus 7, 12,000, right? But if you're taking the entire package, the single payment, right, it's 10K. So the timings of this batch, initially it will be at 6 a.m. in the morning for the first 1 week. I'm making it clear about the timings before you go with the payment process. After 1 week, it will start at 7 a.m. in the morning. It starts at 7 a.m. in the morning, right? Right. The offerings from my side, you'll be getting the session videos, each and every session videos, soft copy of these class notes, assignments and tasks to work with, a WhatsApp group for technical discussions, resumes and interview questions, live interactive sessions, all the sessions. This is the demo session I was speaking most of the time. But in normal sessions, for each and every statement I type, you will be responding with the expected output. 300 plus code examples and 15 plus applications. If you got any queries, you can just go out with your queries, right? You can unmute yourself, you can ask your queries or you can type your queries in the chat. Any queries you have got, anyone, right?
Hi, sir. I have one question.
Yes,
Like, the first question is like how many hours we can continue per day?
daily 1 hour.
Daily 1 hour. Okay, thank you. My second question is like my personal related. I have tried to learn Python 3 to 4 times. Okay,
Mm.
but I never succeed. So by keeping hope on faith on you, then again I'm trying to join this course. So how I can proceed? That is like main question. Like,
So here, learning instead of learning, right, building that applications, building the code, you'll be learning how to build the code here rather than, right. So statement by statement, I'll be typing and showing you. You people will be responding. And apart from that, people who go for, see here, you're developing applications, right? Hands-on, you'll be doing along with me parallelly. And especially this Django framework applications creations. First
mhm.
application, you people will be doing along with me. Until everyone gets the first application, we won't proceed to the second application. If anyone getting error, you'll be sharing the screen in the Zoom. Total implementation of Python will be seen here. Second application, third application. First two applications, okay, you'll be feeling something new, right? But from the third application or fourth application onwards, the steps you will be familiar, you'll be getting familiar with it, where you'll be using Python. And I said, it's not like 45 hours course, not like commercial aspects. I'm going with 70 hours I'm going to discuss, and you can check with that course content, right? It will be huge
Mhm. Yeah,
as compared with other training sites, right? So it's not that too, it's an offer batch. So we'll be discussing everything point to point with many working examples, right? So it will be rather the importance will be given in building that code, how to build the code in Python statement. So you should be strong in the fundamentals, right? And people who wants to go for certification programs, what are the things you require, how the performance is measured, and what are the types of queries you see, right? I'll be discussing with a separate session for that. Right? So for people from any background, tomorrow you can attend the session. You can see how simple, without any knowledge on Python, I'll show you some five to 10 snippets of Python, codings of Python without zero programming knowledge, without any programming. I'll make you understand those things
yeah.
without
No, I
starting.
do have. I sorry to interrupt. I do have like uh, programming language knowledge because I try to learn 3 to 4 times. So I grab that few things, but basic part I know. But related to module and then ops concept, like I'm zero in that.
So here I said I will be discussing in brief about this procedural oriented with Python, object oriented with Python, scripting and modular programming with Python. All this will be discussing in brief. You can just check with that course content, right?
Yeah.
Everything will be understand. 100% will be understanding. So any query immediately then and there you can ask that query, right? Within this.
Mhm.
Okay, so all our interactive sessions will be kept in unmuted status immediately at that point of time. You can unmute and you can ask through voice or through chat, right?
Thank you, sir.
Right. Still any other queries, right? Yes. That's why a separate WhatsApp group is created by myself, not by from Durgasoft. I'll be creating that WhatsApp group to have interaction with the students. If they get any errors, you can take the snap of it and post it in the WhatsApp group. Anyone can answer. I'll be answering for any error. No need to wait until the next session, right? Fine.
For payment, it's coming in Rajia. It is correct?
Yes. So you can see in the chart panel, right? Course content is provided, the contact details of the online team, the payment details, procedures, everything is provided in the chart. You can check with that, right? So tomorrow also everyone can attend the session, same timing, using the same link to see more discussion on this, right? Fine. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, I'm signing off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time at 6 o'clock using the same link to see more discussion on this, right? We'll be continuing from where we are stopped, right? So thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow. Yes. Bye.